Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Matt Maloney might be coming back to reclaim his throne. So guys, today, Gig Ready is very excited. I basically got an early Christmas present. It's June. I got an early Christmas present in June. So, no disrespect to Just Eat Takeaway. None whatsoever. I think that they've done the best job that they could possibly do. But the thing is Matt Maloney literally built Grubhub with his own hands. He was the first salesman. He himself went around to restaurants and talked them into signing up with Grubhub back when it was a telecommunication company. He was the first driver actually delivering the food to test it out. And back when I first started Grubhub, right in their prime, when they were number one, everyone in the company delivered. Everyone. So everybody would know what it's like. DoorDash is just now getting around to that. So, all these people running around screaming that Grubhub doesn't know what they're talking about. The CEO just collects the money. He don't even know what's going on. What was the driver specialist? We still technically have driver specialists, but everybody screaming that nobody in these companies know what they're doing. So who better to run the company than the man that built it from the ground up? Now, there's a few things I'm reading between the lines, but I'm not going to say out loud yet. I'm not going to count the chicks until the eggs hatch. But I do know that something like this would not be in the headlines unless it's a very high probability. And personally, I can't wait. I love the way Matt Maloney thinks, and I love the way Matt Maloney runs the company. And he tried to build a atmosphere that delivery drivers would want to drive for long term, and for the most part he done that until some bad, disrespectful drivers got on the road and started doing some messed up stuff and created rules that weren't there before. So I'm stoked. I really am. I think Just Eat Takeaway is done a fine job. They opened up the floodgate, so to speak, for the cherry pickers to pick at, which right now in my market it's so slow that premier drivers are barely getting orders, so cherry pickers aren't doing much either way naturally, which is the natural course of things. But when it does get busy, everybody's getting orders. I can't say I agree with why, I understood why Just Eat Takeaway felt that was necessary to pick up the slack, get food to people a lot sooner, and so on and so forth. Plus, if you do fall out of Premier, the people that are Premier drivers that fall out of Premier are the ones going to benefit the most from that system, because I'm working my way back up to being a Premier driver as we speak. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm still getting roughly one order an hour, roughly, sometimes more, sometimes less. I hope Matt Maloney reclaims his throne. I know a solid 99% of drivers out there have the mindset that Matt Maloney should have been the first to go. About the same amount of drivers think that Matt Maloney don't even know what he's talking about. I have monkeyed around with Grubhub's algorithm from the front end to the back. I have played around with that algorithm so much that I can tell you why they do certain things. Stuff that people have a hard time understanding. I'm like, but this. I'm not going to go into detail right now because this video will be 3 hours long. But anybody who wants to read this article, I'm leaving a link in the description below. I just thought I'd leave it up here I just leave it up here so people could read in real time while I'm talking about it. But guys, this is too good to pass up. This article's 4 days old. There's another one that's 3 days old, but you got to subscribe to the website to read it. But it's going to be basically the same thing. Basically, Matt Maloney sold a company for X amount, and then the market share plummeted with Grubhub after Matt Maloney stepped down. And now Just Eat Takeaway is just like, you know what? There's no salvation. I don't know. And we've dropped the price. We're cheaper than DoorDash now, and I think that I think they very quickly ran out of ideas. Not so much that they ran out of ideas, but they're just kind of set back, and they probably got about 5 different things on the table that they can do. And they're looking, and whichever step that they take could be completely detrimental. So they got to be careful with it because it's hemorrhaging money right now. But Cat Rock is not doing anything to help. I mean, they're investing money, but they're get rid of it. Get rid of Grubhub. We don't want Grubhub. We want to be making money by investing into Just Eat Takeaway alone. We don't want to invest in Grubhub because it's failing. So I'd say Cat Rock has the overwhelming majority of the reason why they're considering it. And is it a possibility? This is just a question. Is it a possibility that the market share for Grubhub has fell so much that Uber isn't even interested anymore? It's just questions. I don't know. I know there's a lot of things going on. I know there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes here, and I know there's a lot of things I'm reading between the line that I'm not going to say out loud. You can read what I'm reading right here and come to your own conclusions. All the facts are right here. Yeah, guys, I just want to get on here and make a quick video. I don't really do gig news on this channel because, I'll be honest with you, the gig economy is so boring. If I was doing strictly news, it would just be boring. Oh, guess what? DoorDash stole a tip today. Oh, guess what? DoorDash hit a massive tip today. It would just be the same crap over and over again. Rarely anything fresh, new, and exciting like this pops up. But I'm very, very, very hopeful Matt Maloney gets his baby back. I really am. And with that being said, peace.